Love it. I love it. I love it, the couple. And I'd like to ask you, how did you shape your character? It was each one did one, you work together to shape the couple. How was that?
I think it all sort of came together at the same time for me. We hadn't met before we got to Italy, so we hung a bit and sort of got to know each other, and that always helps. And then I think the biggest asset to being an actor on a show like this is just that the writing is so strong. It does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of it was there on the page, and then each actor through the cast had conversations with Mike about, where they thought their character would land, where, the evolution of the character, et cetera, et cetera. And then, yeah, Meghann and I just wanted to try and feel as comfortable with each other as friends, so that when we were playing a married couple, it felt really authentic, basically, because it's tricky when you've never met someone before and you're supposed to be playing people who have been married for many, many years. You want to just make that feel as authentic as possible, and not be kind of worried about toes being stepped on and stuff like that.
And I saw how are your characters, but I'd like to hear from you.
I think that Daphne is really bright and sort of unbothered generally. I think that she is fun. I think that she has sort of a sadness that she carries with her, sort of underneath all of that, which comes out sort of midway through. But I think that the audience's first impression of her will be that she's like sunshine.
Very funny. I love it. And how about Cameron?
Yeah, Cameron's boisterous, kind of a wild man, but a good time. I think the both of them as a couple. Mike actually said that he wants our characters to be a good time, for people want to be with them, to hang out. But behind that, Cameron's a child in a man's body, an animal, and a mild sociopath, I'd say.
And how was it like? How was it like to shoot in Italy, in Sicily?
Amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, we were very, very lucky. Sicily was,
Yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Yeah, I love it. And I also love the first season. I know you're not there, but how you can compare the plot of the first season with the second one?
Um, it's quite different, I think, in terms of sort of the comments that Mike is, I think, wanting to make and the questions that he's wanting to ask the audience. I mean, of course, there's still that component of privilege. I think that that's sort of just always going to be a part of the show, because you can't really avoid that based on just the world that it's set in. But I think that this season it's a lot more to do with sort of sexual politics, and the intricacies of the role that sex and gender roles play in relationships, both personally between characters and outside of that, in a friendship dynamic with another couple, especially for us, who come off as quite different, um, sort of organisms.
And this series is also about mystery, murder, and we can see a lot of series talking about this subject nowadays. I know that White Lotus is different because it's only at the beginning and at the end there is this mystery, murder. But why do you think people love this kind of story?
Um, well, with what Mike's done, on one hand, it's a evolved, deeply complex story about social interaction, social politics, and then on the other hand, it's a beautiful murder mystery. So it's kind of both the very complex high end, and then the kind of satisfactory, juicy thriller end. So I think that's what I mean. Certainly, I loved about the first season. You know, it's both intelligent, but it's also fulfilling as a piece of entertainment.
I haven't seen the end, of course, but can you expect to see you in the third season?
Don't know about
Yeah.
that. I think imagine the end. Your wildest dreams couldn't imagine the place that Mike takes us to.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Congratulations again. It's amazing. I
Thank
love
you.
it. Thank you.